I simulated LeBron's entire NFL career with AI, and I'll tell you what super teams he went to, if he'd make more money than in his NBA career, and if he'd actually be the GOAT of a totally different sport. I'm Jerry, and this is The Answer. Let's start at the very beginning of LeBron's journey, and there's already one huge difference. Instead of skipping out on school, Bron would have went to college because you have to be 3 years removed from high school to be NFL eligible. And he likely would have attended Ohio State while playing receiver and possibly tight end. But ChatGPT even listed out safety and defensive end as possible positions for Bron. Ultimately, LeBron's versatility and athleticism would have allowed him to succeed at multiple positions. I even asked if he'd win any Heismans while he was in college, and ChatGPT said at least 2. Now let's jump to the NFL. For whatever reason, both ChatGPT and Bard have LeBron declaring for the draft in 2003 when we already know that wouldn't be possible. But outside of that, the rest of the information provided does seem very valid when you ask it to simulate LeBron's NFL career. His skill set would have landed him in the top 10 of the 2006 NFL draft. He possibly would have won Offensive Rookie of the Year because he'd be a mismatch nightmare. I mean, what are you supposed to do with 6'8", 260? But on the macro scope of his career, ChatGPT said that he would have been a perennial Pro Bowler and even possibly a Hall of Famer. But according to Bard, his durability might not have held up as well in the NFL, especially later in his career. The average NFL player's career is only about 3 years, but it thinks that Bron could have played at least 8 to 10 seasons. In that span, both Bard and ChatGPT wouldn't give me a solid answer on how many Super Bowls he might have won in that time. They gave me educated guesses that revolve around team dependence and the parity in the league, since teams rarely repeat. But then I asked Bard if LeBron would have formed a super team on the gridiron, just like he did on the hardwood to win championships. A receiver normally isn't as powerful as a quarterback in terms of organizational influence. But Bard believes an exception would have been made for LeBron's immense talent. And it's possible he could have assembled a team like the Justice League, if it's a big market team like the Rams or Giants. And as long as the salary cap and the personnel made sense, La GM probably would have found a star quarterback, tight end, and anything he could have possibly imagined. Now, let's talk money. Bard, how much money would LeBron have made if he played in the NFL? The highest paid receivers in the league can make up to $30 million per season. That's $17 million less than what he makes with the LA Lakers for the 2023-24 season. With that in mind, Bard believes he could have easily made $200 to $300 million in his 8 to 10 year NFL career. But that's just on the field. Off of it, his influence would have bled into endorsement deals, business ventures, and philanthropic endeavors. Every sports apparel brand probably would have tried to scoop him up, but I personally still hope he would have ended up with Nike. But endorsements from every and anywhere definitely would have reached out. From technology and electronics, automobiles, financial services, fast food joints, you name it. His star power would have been brighter since the NFL averages more viewership than the NBA. Hey, those ain't my words. Blame the AI. What about Bronny though? Would he have went the football route? Or would he still try to be a hooper just like his pops? ChatGPT couldn't be too sure since he's his own man with his own interests and talents. But him growing up around the game probably could have led to similar results, to him following in his father's footsteps. So if you ever daydreamed about LeBron being an NFL player, let us know what you think he would have done. And you tell me if AI got it right, or do you have a better answer to give?